Yes. Like very blessed.
Yes. Yes.
I want us to, we've been talking about gaining revelation. We've been talking about gaining revelation, and as we've been really just thanking God in advance for just taking us a little bit deeper, more and more, so we can understand how the Spirit works. So when we talk about gaining revelation, we're talking about spiritual understanding. The Lord no longer wants us to be ignorant of how the kingdom operates. The Lord no longer wants us to be ignorant of how the kingdom operates. The kingdom is a place of authority. It is in the realm of the spirit. It is activated on the inside of you. The Lord does not want you to be ignorant of how the Spirit operates. Since this is a time to end captivity, we need to be able to see. Say, I have to see.
I have to see.
But what you're seeing, because when there's revelation, there is insight. Say, I gotta see. But when you're seeing, it's not from a natural perspective. It is from the dimension of the Spirit. So God has given us, and this is our time, and this is the year 5778, and in the year 5778, you are to confront your enemy. This is the year 5778. This is the year we have to confront our enemy. This is the year we have to see. Because the enemy dwells in the natural and in the spirit. He comes out of the spirit, but remember he has access to the earth. Satan is the prince of the power of the air. So when he got kicked out of heaven, he got kicked into the earth. So you have a real enemy. And when it comes to going to the next level, you got to have an understanding that the enemy is standing right there. Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor.
Neighbor.
The enemy is standing right there. But God gives you the authority. He gives you the power. He gives you the strength. He gives you insight how to take out your enemy. Write this really big. Ready? If you see the enemy on your path, and it's through your spiritual eyes, and the enemy could be doing something in the natural. But if you see the enemy on your path, bigger letters like this, you have power over it. Power over it. If you see the enemy on your path, you have power over it. Remember, God is not going to take down the enemy. Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor, you got to take down that devil. So revelation removes the veil so you can see. Remember, you're getting insight. And as you walk by faith and you continue to pray, and as you pray, you're asking God, God, give me insight. Let me see in the spirit. Because you're spiritual beings and you're activating faith to see, guess what's going to happen? You're going to see. So therefore, you got to pay attention to what you see. Yes. You can't just push it aside. Say, I got to see.
I gotta see.
Put your hands on your eyes. Say, I got to see.
I gotta see.
Say, by any means necessary.
By any means necessary.
I have to see.
I have to see.
So as this is the year your captivity is ending, you have to be able to identify that enemy as well as see it. You can't identify it if you can't see it. And a lot of what we're dealing with is generational spirits. Old demons, ancient demons that was in the family. So God wants us to have access. Say access.
Access.
So Revelation causes us to have what? Access. What is that? It allows us to go in. It allows us to enter into a place. And in the year 5778, we're dealing with kingdom activity. So if it's kingdom activity, we're talking about it's spiritual. Remember, the year 5778 is a year of the Spirit. He's reestablishing his Spirit. He's reestablishing his children to operate in the Spirit. We're not going to be operating in the natural no more. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, don't operate in the flesh. Those days are over. Say, stop it.
Stop it.
Quit. Because you're not going to get the results that you're looking for if you're operating in the flesh. If you operate in the flesh because of the sowing and reaping laws, you're going to get the flesh. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, you don't want no more flesh. You know what I'm talking about. We want to see the Spirit. We want to see fruit, because if we sow the Spirit, we're going to reap what? The things of the Spirit. We're going to bear fruit. And you know, if the sowing and reaping laws are operating in the flesh, it also means you're going to bear the fruit of the flesh. We don't want that anymore. We want to bear fruit, and the good fruit, that the fruit going to remain. Read John 15 when you get home. But it says that if the word abides in us and we abide in the word, we will bear fruit, and the fruit will do what? Remain. We want some remaining fruit. Amen. We want fruit to pass on to our children. I'm talking about good fruit. Fruit that will cause a legacy where your family is known to be a holy people of God. So in this year 5778, we have to also remember that we're dealing with kingdom. We're talking about ascending. We're talking ascending into the Spirit, or going up into the heavenlies, and then we're descending with the answer that's going to cause us to execute. No longer are we going to get a revelation so we can tell everybody we got a revelation. That ain't cute no more. See, if there's a revelation, there has to be activation. Without activation, there cannot be demonstration. So we have to understand that in the heavenly places, there are thrones and powers. Remember, the enemy goes to and fro. He goes up into the heavens because his time is not up yet. still have access. He's still able to go up and go in. So we have to understand that as we're ascending, we're also going to be dealing with thrones and powers. Ephesians 6 says we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, rulers of the darkness of this age, spiritual wickedness in
High places.
high places. Let's look at that, Ephesians 6. So as we are ascending, we got to understand, we got to be sensitive enough in our spirit to know when we need to hit something. Or something to hit us. Because you can feel it. Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor. 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 You have to be sensitive in your spirit so you can know what you're dealing with. Revelation is going to cause you to see and know. It's going to cause you to see and know. Start with verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the who? Lord, and in the power of his might. So the kingdom is a place of authority, but it's also a place of power. It's a place of might. You are not a weakling. You're not defeated. You're strong in the Lord and the power of his what? Might. Already. Say already.
Already.
It's already in you, but the enemy will test you. The minute that you say yes, say yes.
Yes.
Say yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
The minute you say yes, you know what? The enemy come on the scene because he's trying to get you to say, no, 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 no. He's trying to get your yes. Be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to do what? Stand against the wiles of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers. We're talking about powers, we're talking about thrones, we're talking about the demonic spirits. Let me say it like this, without bodies. Yeah. Against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. So as you're ascending and you're descending, you're going into the heavens, you got to understand that you're going to hit some thrones and powers, that you're going to be able to see the enemy if you're discerning properly, if you're allowing God to use you so you can see. He will give you revelation of what demon that is. And your authority will say enough is enough. You'll draw the bloodline. It's some stuff you're not going to take anymore. Amen? Amen. So we have access. We're able to enter in. So as we begin to enter in, and as we begin to come down, you know, here we are, we're praying, and as we pray, we go into this is where we start, and then we have a second heaven, and we have a third heaven. God says yes. We got our yes, we got our yes, we got our yes. Right? And so then, right here in the second heaven, that's the warfare. So soon as you get your yes, it's coming down, you know you got a yes, and then all of a sudden, where's your yes? You got to know that you know. Say, I got to know. Say, I got to know.
Got to know.
Say, I got to know.
Got to know.
You got to know that you got your yes, and when you get your yes, you don't let nothing take it.
Amen.
This is when you have to deal with the in-between. Therefore, take up the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done to stand, you stand therefore with your having girded your waist with truth. You gotta know the truth. Look at somebody and say, you gotta study.
Gotta study.
Say, you gotta open your Bible.
Gotta open your Bible.
She said, every minute. No, she said every day. Because you're not going to know your benefits. You're not going to know what God has rightly given to you. You can no longer be ignorant of Satan and his devices. Those days are over. I don't know what happened. Oh, really? You can't say that. You got to walk in that level of authority without fear. Perfect love, which is the most high, that's our daddy, cast out what? All fear. Only thing you got to do is tap in. So I got to tap in.
Gotta tap in.
That's all you got to do is tap in. In other words, you decrease so God can increase. And then you can be honest with him since he knows what's in your heart anyway. Say, yeah, my knees knocking. Lord, this don't feel right. Lord, I don't know what to do. But I'm getting ready to yield. I'm getting ready to yield so I can hear. I need revelation. What demon am I dealing with? Because sometimes it's not obvious. The enemy talking about weapons of mass destruction. They got into that war in Iraq, and they said, oh, shucks, this is a different kind of war. They don't fight with the same weapons. And so you go in and you pray and you ask the Lord, what is my weapon for this one? Because your weapon might be just worship. He might just say, just stay under and worship. Just worship me, I got this one right here. But it's going to cause you to do something. It's going to cause you to do something. Oh, he'll turn around and give you one word. One. And that one word, he says, speak it on the rooftop. Decree and declare this. Say, hear the word of the Lord. When y'all say it. Hear the word of the Lord. Oh, don't that sound good?
Amen.
Hear the word of the Lord. And then you speak it. Because what happened? You're in the spirit. You're in the spirit. You ascended. He gave you what was going on in the second heaven. He's telling you how to take down this uncircumcised Philistine. We're not defeated. If we're talking about signs, wonders, and miracles, we got to know what enemy we're talking about. Raise your hand and say, I am blessed. I'm not cursed. Great is he that's in me, in he that is in this world. The Lord has strengthened me with might. And my enemy, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. The Lord is with me. And when I speak, something is about to change. Raise your hand, look at your neighbor, and do just like this. Say, when I speak, something is about to change. Because my words are spirit and life. We are a giver of life. When we speak the word, something's going to be resurrected. We are not ignorant of Satan and his devices. We're not weaklings. He said, be strong and very courageous. He said, very. Be very courageous. So we understand that this is a dynamic that happens in the spirit realm, because we know that Lucifer, the one named Satan, we're talking about Mestima, we're talking about the devil, was born from the throne of God. he felt he could come against God. And so we have to understand, if he came against God, he'll come against you.
Amen.
And he don't think twice, because when we look at you, we see him God. And you have to say, when you look at me, you see the blood-stained banner. You see the blood. And I'm blessed and I'm not cursed. Say, I'm blessed.
I'm blessed.
I'm not cursed.
I'm not cursed.
I'm the head.
I'm the head.
I'll never be the tail.
I'll never be the tail.
I'll never,
Ever
be the tail.
be the tail.
So the enemy will wrestle you for your territory. He wants your atmosphere. He wants your territory to be infiltrated, infested with demons. And so when you see the enemy push you a little bit like that, you need to get right on it, right away, no tolerance.
That's right.
Zero tolerance. But if you see he turn around and he pushes you and you don't do nothing, he expecting you to do something, all of a sudden you say, well, wait a minute. They didn't do nothing. So they push you again. And they didn't do nothing. And this was happening with great-great-grandmother and grandpa. They didn't do nothing. So here you got a generation of kids that's coming up. And all of a sudden, what they didn't do, the enemy is playing with them. He takes over. And then God has to raise up a people that says, not on my watch. I see ya. Yeah. Mama and them might have went through it. Grandpa and them might have went through it. But I pick it down this uncircumcised. So the enemy would take what they didn't do, what they was allowed to do, and it passes on. The fathers ate the sour grapes. My daughter ate my good old sweet blueberries, and then she called herself replacing them. And she said, well, you know, I ate yours, but I did buy some more, and I tried to replace them, but they sour. She's back there, I just want to mess with you. Someone else did to do, but you charged with it. We got to make a decision. Come on now. That we will not. So we have access. We get in revelation. God said, you're going to sin, but you understand you already dressed for war. You're a soldier in the army. Your dad is the Lord of the army. He has already caused your victory. Yes. So I'm not defeated.
I'm not defeated.
So when we have access, this is the year of the door, right? This is the year of the door. We're talking about double doors. We're talking about gates. We're talking about windows. And so right there at the gate, there's a python spirit. There's a demon. Turn to 1 Corinthians 16. Right there at the gate. And the Lord said, this is your gate, so possess it. But right there at the gate, it's like, well, I can't get in. I got all kind of warfare. But you're not going to complain about the warfare right there to try to hold you up. Bruce Lee and I was cousins. Yeah. So he taught me some things, how to kick down the door. You gotta learn how to kick down the door.
Yeah.
No matter what kind of door it is, you gotta kick it in. That's my door. I have the key. Say, I'm blessed.
I'm
I
blessed.
can't be cursed.
I can't be
And
cursed.
so verse 9 in 1 Corinthians 16, verse 9, it says, for a great and effectual door has opened to me, and there are many what? Adversaries, opposers, demons, snakes. I had a dream recently. And where I live, there are snakes. And right now, I got to put our snake away because it's coming to the spring. But I've already decreed and declared, you will not show your face this year. So line up. Everything was going on. Everything was going on. It was just real crazy. And I went to the mailbox. I came back and I looked under my car. You know, you're trying to pretend you're not seeing what you see. And the way I came out the door, the car's right there. And when I said, oh man, a snake under the car. And curled up. I said, I was the only one home. That wasn't good. Raise your hand and say, I am bold.
I am bold.
And I ain't scared.
I ain't scared.
I ain't scared no more.
I ain't scared no more.
I said, oh Lord. So I go to the front door to try to open the front door locked. I said, you will not move, you are paralyzed now. God. I'm feeling that all over again, y'all. That's what's happening. So, I grabbed the door and I jumped inside the room. And then, from the room, I was trying to open up the car door. Open up the car door and jumped in the car. Then I went up, and then went back, went up, and sideways, up, sideways, up, sideways. I said, I think I got it. Oh, I got it. Move the car back far enough so I could see. I said, what the hell? I said, oh Lord. So what am I saying, long story short, I looked for it. Trembling, sweating, and crying. I looked for it because I knew I had to kill it. I said, you got nerve to come on my doggone property and I saw you, you got to die. So I didn't walk to the garage. I took the car to the garage. I took the car, found the shovel, and came back. I said, okay, you're around here somewhere. And I saw it along that wall. Because see, the enemy would try to be like an angel of light. Yeah, it blended in with the wall. And it was going real slow. But I saw he was a little hurt. Got a little bit of that tire. And I prayed, I said, Father, give me the strength to do this. I said, you are so paralyzed, you cannot move. And so anyway, I took that shovel, I got out, and I did damage to the concrete. I hit that thing so many times that the concrete started busting out. But guess what? That sucker was dead. And I picked my grandson. I told him that, because now he's home. I said, now get it! Because you got the creeps. I began to decree and declare every demonic thought. You will not possess my land.
Yeah.
You must possess the gate of your enemy. And you know what that concrete is for a sign? It's a testimony. Because every time I look at it, I say, I killed that son. Because the concrete busted out of it. So I got to confront the enemy.
Gotta confront it.
Apostle Leonard said the other day, well, we've been saying, you got to face your fears.
That's right.
I had to face my fear. I'm not going to tell you about the big spider I had to face for years. After I got off the chair, I said, I got to kill you. Because they got big spiders out there where I live. They're not little. Another story. You already know how I act. So I got to kill anything.
Kill anything.
That's not like God.
That's not like
So I gotta kill it.
I gotta kill it.
And my husband, who went to be with the Lord, you know what he said? I gotta kill it before it multiply.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor. Demons.
Demons.
Multiply.
Multiply.
Therefore, I gotta confront. My fears.
My fears.
And take down. Anything. That's not like God.
That's not like
Because it's gonna try to multiply. You gotta stop the production. So a door is open, but there are many adversaries. You got Genesis 22:17 real quick. In the year 5778, it's about storming the gates. It's about confronting your enemy. It's about facing fear. It is about you utilizing your power. When we look at that word possess, you got Genesis 22:17. Let's read together. Ready, read. You have it? Wait a minute. Let's read it together. Ready and read. Blessings, I will bless you. And multiplying, I will multiply your descendants as the stars of the heaven and the sand which is on the seashore, and your descendants shall do what? Possess the gate of their enemies. God has already given us the power and the authority to possess the gate of our enemies. That word possess means to control. It means to have power over. This is the year to storm the gates. This is the year to tear down ancient thrones. Ancient thrones that Mama and your ancestors have built. It's time to tear them down. Any Freemason in your family, you got to tear it down. Freemason has a foundation that is satanic. It's Satan. Freemason is not of God. The Eastern Star. My other daughter one school teacher, one back there, she's a nurse. And so the nurse was trying to tell the school teacher to not get into, I don't think they had even told me, but I'm not gonna tell everybody, you tell me everything time. But anyway, the sister had told her, and so the other sister told me, I ain't gonna call them names, but and she was trying to get an Easter star. I said, no. I said, we just went against that with grandmother. My grandmother was an Easter star. That's not of God. And so the other daughter wouldn't listen because all of her friends were TSU and all of her teacher friends and all of her friends, they get an Easter star. And so Roy and I, we just started praying. And so anyway, they went to some kind of meeting, some kind of ritual, scared her half to death. Do you hear me? And she never, ever, 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 ever mentioned it. And she never, ever, 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 ever mentioned it. And she never, ever, 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 ever mentioned it. It scared her. Because we told her they gonna have you doing stuff and calling out some stuff and have you to embrace some stuff that's not like God. Raise your hands. Say, if anybody in my family is an Easter star, Freemason, I denounce right now any connection to this spirit, the foundation. I call for fire. I disconnect myself and my children and my children's children and my children's children's children. I disconnect everybody from that demon. The blood of Yeshua. Stand against it. So any rituals, any vows, any commitments they made by word, we denounce it right now in the name of Yeshua. I bring that throne down. We have to bring down thrones that were erected by our forefathers. When we're teaching sometime, probably April, on breaking generational curses, everybody needs to be in that class. It's going to be taught at the school. But when our parents and our grandparents and our forefathers do something, it opens a gate. We're supposed to possess our gate. Isn't that what it says? Yeah. Possess the gate of our enemy. Wow, we have authority. When we're dealing with a gate, when we're dealing with a door, we have the authority what goes in and what comes out. Say, I have the authority.
I have the authority.
Remember when we talk about gate, that is a place of authority. That's a place of power. And so we have to control the gates because the Lord says, possess it. Possess the gate of your enemy. This is the year to storm the gates. This is the year to take over. By any means necessary. So I'm taking over. This is year you are to possess that what God gave you. You got to get a revelation. What has God given you? What has the enemy been hiding? So many distractions gonna come to keep you from not seeing. Put your hands on your eyes. Say, I'm watching. And I'm going to watch. In the spirit. I'm going to watch. I'm going to see. And whatever I see, if it's good, I'm going to pull it in. If it's bad, I'm going to kick it out. I am a watchman. I possess the gate of my enemy. I possess. Therefore, as a watchman, I shall be alert. I shall be sensitive. I'm going to guard my eyes on what I see. I'm not going to see the wrong things. So my eyes won't be clouded. I will not see the wrong thing. So my eyes will have a veil that has already been ripped off. I will not see and look at the wrong thing. So scales won't come on my eyes. But today is the day. My eyes are opening. My eyes are open and it will continue to be open because of discernment, because I've yielded to God. God is going to show me anything that's on my path, anything that's trying to come through the gate. He's going to show me. He's going to speak to me. Therefore, my ears are blessed. My ears are not stopped up. My ears, I hear what the voice of the Lord is saying. Therefore, I'm going to watch what comes in my ears. I'm not going to listen to everything that's not like God. It's going to stop up my ears. Therefore, I am a spiritual being. I'm going to act spiritual. I'm going to walk spiritual. I'm going to hear spiritual. I'm going to see spiritual. I'm going to speak spiritual. Therefore, I'm going to watch what comes out of my mouth. I will not say the wrong thing. If I say it, I'm going to see it. Therefore, if I don't want to see it, I'm not going to say it. The Lord put a guard over my mouth. When I speak on purpose. My words are spirit. My word tear up, tear down, build up, bring forth. When I call it, that's what it's going to be. It's a gate. Your eyes, your mouth, your ears. It's a gate. We got to possess the gate. We can't look at everything. We can't hear everything. Let's look at that. Amen. Amen. Let's go ahead and cut. Spiritual beings, raise your hands. I'm just going to release a watchman anointing over everybody. Watchman anointing, because that's one of the main, you got the apostolic anointing, you got the Issachar anointing, but the watchman anointing is very, very important in this hour. We have to be able to watch in the spirit. Yes. And that's going to cause us to be very, very sensitive. Very sensitive. Because your spirit man watches. And so you got to be sensitive enough when he's talking, when he's moving, or when he's not saying anything, when there's peace, or when there's a jump that says this is an alert. So I got to be sensitive. I release over you a watchman anointing. It's going to increase your perception of what you see. It's going to bring forth an alertness like never before. Alertness that the blessing is here. It's coming. It's trying to manifest out of that ascending and descending. Alertness to see where the enemy is lurking. Alertness that will keep the serpent out. Great discernment. Great discernment. Great. What do you see? What do you see? Receive that anointing that causes you to see from a high place. You are above the demonic clouds that causes you to be an eagle that can see and peer into the distance. Receive the watchman anointing. It calls you to pray more. Receive the watchman anointing. It's going to cause you to hear. And I decree that there is a wall of fire around you. And the glory of the Most High is in your